So this is going to show you an example of how to leverage this process to reach out to someone. So let's say we're going to go after dentists for accounting services. What you do is you could go into LinkedIn and use the search functionality and find people that are listed as a dentist. And in this case, you could put title with a colon and then dentist in there and hit search. And what happens is it will bring people up. So what I've done is I'm looking for people that are second level connections in the Calgary area where I live that are dentists, and 74 results came back for people that are second level connections. So I at least have someone that I'm connected to that could introduce me to this person. So for example, Dr. Deborah Cooper, I want to reach out to her. If I go to her profile, I can look at 7 mutual connections that I have with Dr. Cooper and try to get a connection in. And there's several people on the list here when I click on the mutual connections that I could use to reach out to. And for example, I could use my buddy Barry Rooks here. And I could send a message to Barry. So, hello, Barry. Hope all is well. Hoping you can help me out. As you're probably aware, so on and so forth. I provide accounting services. One of my main focus areas is professional corporations, which usually are dentists and doctors. My accounting services are different from most accountants as I provide, and whatever your value or benefit is there. I see from LinkedIn that you're connected to Dr. Deborah Cooper. Do you know Dr. Cooper well enough to introduce me? If so, here's an introduction you can use. And then what you do is you put in a blurb here. So you have a subject line, introduction to whatever your name is. In this case, my name's Chris Hamilton. Introduction to Chris Hamilton. The email body. Hello, Deborah, or hello, Dr. Cooper, whatever it is. A friend of mine reached out to me to see if I could introduce the two of you. His name is Chris Hamilton. I've known him for a while. He helps companies or professional corporations or dentists or whatever reduce costs, increase revenue with whatever product and services. He says that, tells me that companies or dentists or doctors or whatever you put in there typically increase revenues by X% or reduce costs by X%. He was hoping to get an introduction to you, and I wanted to check with you first before connecting the two of you. Do you mind if I connect you? Regards. And then what you do is I'd put Barry's name in there. And then at the bottom here, I say, let me know if you don't mind doing this. I can tell you more about the process or the product or the service if you'd like. So what happens is now instead of asking someone to make an introduction, I've actually given them the email that they can use as a template to copy and paste. And so what happens here is typically it's going to make it much easier for that person to make that recommendation for you to the other person that you're asking for a recommendation from. Very few people do this, and quite honestly, I've only had 4 people in the last year reach out to me for introductions. So on the amount of people that I'm connected to on LinkedIn, this is literally, it's 0.1% of my overall connections on LinkedIn. So very few people do this. So if you were to start incorporating a process like this, you will see it will have a great benefit on your practice.